My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here. Luckily, I checked because I thought I was recording. I was on PYTE and I was like, maybe I should put this video over here, and I look at my recording to pause and it wasn't even recording. Thank God for that. Okay, because I had just started, because I've been very devastated because these are the tweets that when Harry was in the UK, I didn't really get a chance to record them. So I'm going back to them. So today is February 10th, 2024. It is 2:31 a.m. This is video number 3. So I have one video on our port of pure service regarding Invictus, and I have a video on PYTE. What was it about? The phone hacking, the result of it. And I was going to put that on PYTE, and I was like, let me put it over here. That's when I found out I was not recording. So thank God I did that in the beginning, because if I start doing it and let's say I'm in the middle of it, I'm almost done, I will not have the energy to do them again. All right, so I want to know what was going on when Harry was in the UK, which I'm not aware of. People, I read the comments making reference to, but I want to see these tweets. Okay, so I want to share them with you. You probably read them already through my community board. So let's check the background here. 3,774 subscribers, new subscribers, welcome. Estimate, not going so far. So I am very, what is that now? 24 minutes ago. Okay, let me pause for a second. I need to put that on another list, not for this video. So there's some new tweets that's coming. I just add some of them to the list. There's some other lists. This I just added also. So let's go to the one that I'm doing right now. Let me make sure I'm recording. Yes, I am. All right, so these are old tweets that I'm catching up with. Okay, they have been saying it all along for years. They have confirmed it's William's office. Just more proof William isn't fit for purpose. He's a jealous punk. All right, so that's a retweet of that quote. Will's people immediately leaked that phone call between Charles and Prince Harry on Charles' birthday on the media. There you have it, folks. William and Kate's media stooge, Carol Malone, confirming the palace leaks are coming from Prince William.
Much of the negativity towards the couple is coming from within the royal family. The royal family and staff of the royal family are the ones that are very often leaking these stories to the press.
Okay, so let's go into that to see more, and then I'll come back out. Okay. What is he saying here?
Happy to see both of his sons. I am sure that having had the news he has cancer, Charles is very happy to see both of his sons. I'm sure of that. And he may well want to forgive and forget. And we already know that he has left the door open, open to Harry to come back. However, I don't think Wills or Kate or any of the other...
Let's pause for a second. Okay, the thing about forget, this is the thing many of the UK seems to not get it, and the royal family, I think they understand it, but they want to make sure to just brush it, or maybe their brain have that part of them that's missing. They still haven't recognized what they did wrong. If they don't understand what they did wrong, the same thing is gonna be repeated again. Harry had told them what they did wrong to them. Have Charles and William recognize what they did to Harry is wrong. Even if Harry go back over there, of course the door's gonna be open for him. They want him back because he's the most popular person over there. They want that adoration back. But Harry has a wife. He loves his wife, unlike them who don't know what love is. Literally, this is what Charles said.
And I suppose in love.
Of course. Whatever in love means.
They don't recognize the pain they put Harry through along with his wife. And the other thing we need to take into consideration as well, I'm not speaking for Harry, but this is the sense that I get. The cheery, very happy young woman that Harry saw and that he fell in love with, and that's what one of many things, because Meghan has a lot of qualities that anybody will love her, but whatever captures Harry's attention, or well, it was through a phone that he saw her image and he fell in love with her. I mean, not to the image, but wanted, that's what started the thing going. And then once he know what Meghan is all about, you know, doing charity work and all of that, the connection was there. That personality, that original thing that Harry saw, and when they were dating, you know, remember how they say they spent couple months, what is it, 2 weeks, not months, weeks, one will travel to each other's country and spend some time together and stuff like that. When Harry goes to Canada and see the people Meghan interact with, the fun, the joy that goes there, and then once he marry her and bring her to his country, they were trying to distinguish that. You know, when you're putting a fire out, the UK was trying to destroy that, and this is what Harry wanted. This is what caught his attention. So the institution, along with the media and, you know, all the key players, okay, wanted to end that for Harry. So this is one of the reasons why Harry wants to make sure for them to leave his wife alone. And then these people are making excuses for the institution. The institution will never learn if these people are making excuses for them. So the same thing will continue again. They need to understand what they did wrong. But anyway, I'm gonna move it back. Or maybe let me just start it all over. There will be a screenshot. Just pay attention. Listen to what they're saying, because YouTube is giving me a lot of problem with those video clips.
I am sure that, having had the news he has cancer, Charles is very happy to see both of his sons. I'm sure of that. And he may well want to forgive and forget. And we already know that he has left the door open, you know, open to Harry to come back. However, I don't think Wills or Kate or any of the other royals that he has slated as racist and much, much worse will want to have anything to do with him. I mean, I know my paper says it's a show of love that he's here. No, it's not a show of love. You know, Harry is a grown man now. He's nearly 40 years old. He knows that things can befall men of 75. And why has he waited until his dad has been diagnosed with cancer before he rushes across the ocean to see him? It's been 17.
But the thing is that the father wasn't even pick up his phone. In my humble opinion, I think it was Charles who called him. Why? Because of the result that was going to happen in the papers. Okay? To say, let's pull it out. Probably beg him to pull those lawsuit out. So his buddies, because from the beginning, Charles did not want Harry to pursue that. Even the paper, people like her and on the media was saying it was a lost cause.
Is that the case?
No, absolutely not. No, I mean, and if we're talking about why this whole, you know, Harry Meghan thing started, it started because several years ago, if you cast your mind back, the Queen was and always will be the most popular royal, but second to that was Harry. It wasn't William and Kate. It was not William and Kate. And when Harry and Meghan became such a popular couple, it put everybody's noses out of joint. The establishment wanted to retain the monarchy as it was, to boost William and Kate, and the media, the Daily Mail and the Telegraph in particular, fed those lines.
Well, I agree with everything until you said the last bit. I think that somebody in the palace decided to take them down a peg or two, and it went too far.
Absolutely.
But it's all history now, isn't it?
No, it's not history, because, for instance, if you take the media on, as Dawn will know, you never win. If you never win, but the media will always be at war with you, and the Daily Mail does everything drip, drip, drip.
Nobody will ever win, but Harry's proving them wrong. So the father probably, in my humble opinion, was trying to convince him to stop the lawsuit. And Harry was like, no, they disrespect him, they disrespect his wife, his child from the get-go. The joy Harry had the first time he was announcing the birth of his son, the joy in his and Harry's face, and then for these people to just crush it. Just imagine you yourself. Don't forget about Harry, but you, for those who plan to have a kid, the joy that is behind this when you are very successful and everything went according to plan, the joy that those first time parents go through. These people destroyed that for him. He didn't get a chance to enjoy that moment. And when he went to Canada with a toddler who doesn't know right from wrong, can't even protect himself, he was trying to put his family to safety. The father did not even pick up his phone call. So according to Charles, I don't think Harry is alive to him. He only needs Harry when he needs adoration. So I think, in my humble opinion, Harry going to the UK is because Charles wanted. Look at this. He got security to pick him up from the airport. I thought that was impossible. Then they said that in court. It's in court document. So now, if Harry wants to pursue that and say, look at this, my father called me and then I had security, why can't I have this when I'm doing other things? Okay? So for Charles and all of that, blaming Harry, this is the thing again. The father will never learn until he goes underground. He will never learn because these people are making excuses. Because the royal family were the one who inflict pain onto Harry. Harry was there to just do the work and focus on his thing, but they prevent him from doing it. Why? Because the people, and not only Harry enjoy doing it, the people appreciate it. And this is where the applaud and adoration came from. It's not by just showing up, cut ribbons, and then go into your bunker. Don't see you ever again until another next cutting ribbon. People applauding for you. Harry earned his popularity.
New spin on it from the youth. As a prince, you're born at birth with a natural platform to be able to try and make a difference. Yeah, which a lot of people have to spend years and years and years getting to that point. So from that perspective, I'm very lucky to have a platform to be able to try and make change in the causes that mean a lot to me, but also to you guys. And I'm still in your generation, by the way. But at the same time, as I said, being born with a lot of privilege comes with a lot of responsibility. But I like to think that I'm going to have to spend the rest of my life earning the respect for that privilege and trying to make a difference for the rest of my life.
He didn't buy it just because he was born. Maybe part of it, yes, but the majority of it come from the fact that he's doing the work. That's how he got me to sort of making videos every day for him for free. I don't know. The people claim that I'm making millions. I don't know if they think I'm making millions. I'm showing you everything in the background. But anyway, that's a different topic. Let's go back to this BS thing here.
And why has he waited until his dad has been diagnosed with cancer before he rushes across the ocean to see him? It's been 17 months since he saw his dad. Last saw him at the coronation, where he was sullen.
Maybe that's not...
I'm sorry.
Well, last time at the coronation, they didn't even want to see his face. You forgot what did the Anne wore? That feather to black his face because they didn't want him to capture the spotlight. As my God, the nonsense that goes into these people's head, like they are a freaking robot. They don't understand common sense. The fact that Charles was annoyed that Harry was showing up and they put Anne in front of him with a freaking feather to black his face. They don't even want to see him. You forgot all about that? Oh my God. Again, I'm moving it back.
17 months since he saw his dad. Last saw him at the coronation, where he was sullen.
Maybe that's not...
I'm sorry. No, you don't wait until your dad has cancer.
No, we don't know whether they've been speaking over the telephone.
We do know, Jerry.
Well, no, we know because... Some reporter has mentioned it.
We do know that they did speak on his birthday. And Wills's people immediately leaked that phone call.
mentioned
know
it.
that they did speak on his birthday, and Wills's people immediately leaked that phone call to that.
Much of the negativity towards the couple is coming from within the royal family. The royal family and staff of the royal family are the ones that are very often leaking these stories to the press.
What the palace is saying.
She said, William quickly leaked it. This is the stupidity of the brother. The brother quickly leaked it. Oh, there she is saying it. That's another receipt for the squad. Let me move it back again.
Well, we know because some reporter has mentioned
we do
it.
know that they did speak on his birthday, and Wills's people immediately leaked that phone call to the press.
That's what the palace is saying. This is
Well, no,
about.
it's not what the palace is saying.
This is a brother to brother psycho drama. It is a
This
psycho
is a brother
drama.
who has tried to destroy over the past 3 years
He is a
his other
deeply
brother.
troubled young man.
Doesn't
This is a
it?
time
It's not-
for families to come together.
Wait a second. Which one they're saying is the trouble one? Are they saying Harry is the trouble one? Okay, I missed something here. I was looking on my other screen.
That's what the palace is saying. This is
Well, no,
about.
it's not what the palace is
This
saying.
is a brother to brother psycho drama. It is a
This is a
psycho
brother
drama.
who has tried to destroy over the past 3
He
years
is a
his other
deeply
brother.
troubled young man.
Wow.
This is a time for families to come together. Families to come together.
I wonder, Carol, whether we could. Everyone's got this sort of this balance sheet of everything that.
Wow, Harry's minding his own business. You don't hear a damn thing about their project, but the moment he step in the UK, they leaking stuff, and then he's the one he left the freaking country for them, and Harry is the one who's ruining the royal family. What are the royal family doing to themselves? Oh my lord. And you people are wasting time talking about Harry, but what about Kate? Nobody have seen. Jesus Christ. UK, you're in deep shit.
Harry's done wrong and wipe it. Take it out of your mind.
No,
Just forget
I'm
it.
sorry.
Let's start from
You
today.
can't- This is not just a little family squabble. This is Harry going onto the world stage and slating his family, the monarchy, as racist.
From today.
This is not just a little family squabble. This is Harry going onto the world stage and slating his family, the monarchy, as racist. Worse than that. And
Wait a second. I thought Piers Morgan went and said it was it his father and Kate who were the racists?
I will never believe it. But now we can start the process of finding out if they ever got uttered, what the context was, and whether there was any racial intent at all. Like I say, I don't believe there was. The royals who are named in this book are King Charles and Catherine, Princess of Wales. The royals who are named in this book are King Charles and Catherine, Princess of Wales.
So they forget about that part? Harry and Meghan literally said they will not say the name of the person.
In those months when I was pregnant, all around this same time, so we had in tandem the conversation of he won't be given security, he's not going to be given a title, and also concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born. I think that would be very damaging to them.
That conversation I'm never going to share. But at the time it was awkward. I was a bit shocked.
Can you tell us what the question was?
No, I'm not comfortable sharing that.
Okay.
The name of the person. It's not from Harry and Meghan.
He did not share the identity with me, but he wanted to make sure that I knew, and if I had an opportunity to share it, that it was not his grandmother nor his grandfather that were a part of those conversations.
There's a lot of people that have seen it for what it was.
Yeah.
A lot of people. Like, it's talked about across the world. Yet the very people that don't want to see it or can't see it choose not to see it.
It's not from Harry and Meghan. It's Piers Morgan. He went on national television, said who were the racists in the royal family.
I will never believe it. But now we can start the process of finding out if they ever got uttered, what the context was, and whether there was any racial intent at all. Like I say, I don't believe there was. The royals who are named in this book are King Charles and Catherine, Princess of Wales.
Oh my lord. But you people, you forgot how you guys were treating Archie during his birth? The nonsense that was on the paper? Wow.
And he sort of took it back a bit, didn't he?
And not just doing that. He then, after the Oprah interview when he first did that, he then went on to write a book that was even more vitriolic, more cruel, more visceral. He has not...
That's his experience. So was he supposed to sugar it down for you guys? You refused to listen to him when he was a young man.
Unfortunately, every single story was complete lies, which which it always is, basically, which is a shame. But
you ever wanted to do a column in the newspaper? But
I'd love to do a column in the newspaper. Article, right, this is what happened last night. No, this is what happened.
Too risky for you to go back as a soldier?
More the fact that I think the media had said that they would never keep their mouths shut if I went and did the same job, so I'd have to do something different if I wanted to go, yes.
But
you know, I had a chat to them. I didn't send a letter of congratulations like most of the papers. How any of the papers think that this is half my official role but half my private role. This is what I enjoy doing, but the private life has to be private, and I hope people respect that.
You guys refused, and you still continue to refuse to listen to him. He told his truth. So why are you bashing your head about that? That's his truth. Oh my God, she's going nuts about that.
And he did all of this for money.
Okay.
So
okay. So what are you guys doing right now on national television talking about him? I know it's not for free. And why are they leaking things about him to the tabloid?
Until your dad has cancer.
No, we don't know whether they've been speaking over the telephone.
We do know, Jerry.
Well, no, we know because some reporter has mentioned it.
We do know that they did speak on his birthday, and Wills's people immediately leaked that phone call to that.
That's what the palace...
Do you not remember?
I'm acutely aware of where my family stand and how scared they are of the tabloids turning on them.
Turning on them for what? They're the royal family.
Yes, but it's there is this invisible what's termed or referred to as the invisible contract behind closed doors.
We do know that they did speak on his birthday, and Wills's people immediately leaked that phone call to
between the institution and the tabloids, UK tabloids.
How so?
Well, it is to simplify it, it's a case of if you as a family member are willing to wine, dine, and give full access to these reporters, then you will get better press.
We do know that they did speak on his birthday, and Wills's people immediately leaked that phone call to
What do you care about better press if you're royal?
I think everyone needs to have some compassion for them in that situation, right? There is a level of control by fear that has existed for generations. I mean, generation
but who's
after
controlling?
generation.
His family. And this guy with about forgetting about everything. You can't forget about it. Harry is the one who's the receiver of the pain the institution, the tabloid, and him himself are inflicting on him. His wife almost, lose her mind of the nonsense that you guys are spewing every day. You didn't care.
So were you thinking of harming yourself? Were you having suicidal thoughts?
Yes. This was very, very clear. Wow. Very clear and very scary. And, I didn't know who to even turn to in that. And one of the people that I reached out to, who's continued to be a friend and confidant, was one of my husband's mom's best friends, one of Diana's best friends.
We chose to put our mental health first. That's what we're doing, and that's what we will continue to do. Isn't this all about breaking the cycle? Isn't this all about making sure that history doesn't repeat itself? That whatever pain and suffering has happened to you that you don't pass on?
You didn't care, so they have to go and tell their story.
Suffered, do everything you can to make sure that whatever negative experiences that you had, that you can make it right for your kids.
So why are you paying attention to them? Every freaking day you guys have some nonsense coming out about them.
They don't report the news, they create it. And they've successfully turned fact-based news into opinion-based gossip with devastating consequences for the country. So I know the story all too well. I lost my mother to this self-manufactured rabidness, and obviously I'm determined not to lose the mother to my children to the same thing. And when I said in the mental health series many months ago that they won't stop until she's dead, that was I guess more of a warning, not a challenge.
They're focusing on their work. All right, let me move it back. It's almost done, by the way.
As racist, worse than that, and
he sort of took it back a bit, didn't he?
And not just doing that. He then, after the Oprah interview, when he first did that, he then went on to write a book that was even more vitriolic, more cruel, more visceral. He has not stopped, and he did all of this for money.
Okay,
so
Karen is in Aberdeenshire. Let's see
well, his father cut his wing and told him to fly, so he was flying with his truth. Okay, if the father had put a stop from the beginning, none of this docu-series Spare will never have come out. But you guys continue, so maybe he will continue with his thing. Look at it, he just won his lawsuit. The father refused for him to pursue it.
Because my father used to say to me when I was younger, he used to say to both William and I, well, it was like that for me, so it's going to be like that for you. That doesn't make sense. Just because you suffered, that doesn't mean that your kids have to suffer. In fact, quite the opposite. If you suffered, do everything you can to make sure that whatever negative experiences that you had, that you can make it right for your kids.
And he won. You guys continue barking at him for trying to live his life. So if he needs his life back, he has to tell the truth, because you guys are writing a script that's not him.
We got the most wonderful newspapers in the world in this country. You read the newspapers in the States or in France, they're very dull. They're not entertaining at all. I think that we can have both a serious and an entertaining press.
Around the UK press, who sadly conflate profit with purpose and news with entertainment.
And that's what I want to see survive.
Well, it was like that for me, so it's going to be like that for you. That doesn't make sense.
Don't want to see Prince Harry destroy the industry I love.
We've successfully turned fact-based news into opinion-based gossip with devastating consequences for the country. So I know the story all too well. I lost my mother to this self-manufactured rabidness, and
oh my God, these people are crazy. Wow. This is me. The squad always have the best GIF. Let's read some of the comment. Wow. Who is that woman? She is hell-bent on making sure the fight between the brothers is never able to mend. I wonder how she'd feel if the world media was talking about her family like this. Okay, the wildest part about all of this is how personally they take it. Yeah, I know. They are not Windsors. It's Harry's family, his life, and his relationship. These people just don't know their place. They're making his family issue all them. Get out your feeling. And the other thing as well, remember, they're ruining their own, I said that about Piers Morgan, they're ruining their own reputation and their own, I guess, will I say that, being able to work somewhere respectable, because the royal family, I believe, from my understanding, they can be prosecuted. So they're doing the work. This is sometimes I pray for foot soldiers, because these people are foot soldiers. They're doing the dirty work for the royal family. My goodness. If William is watching this, he probably feel good about it, but it's not looking good at all. Okay, do you notice how 1 week she is for Harry, the next is she is not? Okay, I don't know. I don't follow them, so I will not know. Okay, it will never stop being surprising to me that the British media act as though families always live in each other's pocket. Have they never met anyone that lives in a complete different country to the rest of their family? It's neither that unusual nor unheard of. And the thing is that Harry had to make a living. The family, the institution, everybody's writing nonsense about them, about Harry, and the things were false since Harry was young. He been saying they're writing lies. You know, leave his private life alone. But they refuse. So he has to tell his story. For the future, when future generation is looking back and say, oh, this is what was happening in 2020s. Okay, the nonsense that was happening. And there's Harry's truth. There's the court documents and all of that. Okay, so there's this here. Oh, please. Wow. Pretty worked up about family business that you're not part of. Bias troll. What's wrong with this one? Like psycho. Her brain can only process one side of the story. Poor thing. I won't be tired of this BS. So I guess Harry can just fly into London and knock on the door. Is everyone dumb on TV here? Or just look it? Alright, a Camilla look-alike. Alright, so that's that. And then in one video number 1, which is an APU Team Sussex, our part of Pure Service. They're trying to get Invictus back for the UK, which country, to host the Invictus. And with that kind of treatment, you think he want? I don't know. I can't speak for Harry, but majority of the people who were commenting said no. Okay, for Invictus should not go back to the UK. All right, next tweet. The future of the monarchy looks shaky AF. Okay, the Prince of Wales has returned to royal duty after his wife's abdominal operation and following the announcement of the King's cancer diagnosis. Alright, so there's that. It's exactly a minute. Alright, so let me read that and go into it. Okay, so ridiculous. Come on, people. Let's go into that. That's from Sky News. There's no sound, by the way. Alright, let me pause. Okay, pause. Prince William returned to royal duties following a break to allow Princess of Wales to recover from... Oh my God, these people are making excuses for him. There's one of the tweets I just put on the list. They're saying she's moving from one castle to another, but nobody have seen her. Nobody have seen her since December. But okay. So there's no sound, by the way. Regarding the surgery, what else are they writing here? I shared this on my community board. You're gonna see he's swaying back and forth and his eye twitching. Okay, no sound, literally no sound. Oh, now there is. Alright, let me mute it. Okay, this is also the first time the prince has appeared in public since the King's cancer diagnosis was announced. Okay, they claiming he went to see his wife at the hospital, but at the same hospital his father was, but you don't see any pictures of him seeing his father. But whatever, let them lie to themselves. Alright, so there's the music. I muted. Are they saying who it is? Okay, they're just playing. Look at his swaying. You see him moving back and forth? Oh my God. Whatever. Are they still playing? Yes, they're still playing. That's it? Okay, what did they say? Okay, so where is the what? Okay, whatever. Let's see here. Thank God we nearly collapsed as a country without him playing dress up. There's that here. So I pause for a second. No one else is swaying or blinking uncontrollably there. He's done this before. The other day I was thinking, actually yesterday literally, while I was taking a shower, I was thinking, I'm not gonna name names, okay? Whether he is under influence, I do not know. But we know there are certain person who was, you know, how will I say that? What's the best way of putting it? Who used to be a provider of illegal substance. So maybe they should keep him away from that person. And also, if, and that's a big if, they should not let him operate any machinery. What kind of machinery I'm talking about? Driving. Or even though he has drivers to drive him around, but sometimes when he's doing his own thing, he drive himself. And helicopter, stay away because it's dangerous to the people below. Because I think there is a possibility, in my humble opinion, the things he used to say to Harry, smoking and drinking and all of that.
What? Well, when I was younger, I wanted to be a policeman, but I wouldn't want to be that now.
Most popular cop on the block.
Exactly. I'd have to be doing something active. outside and doing sort of fun stuff, but with an edge to helping people.
How about you, Harry?
He'd probably sit in and play computer games and drink beer.
For a concert, it'll be easy, and it's actually been a lot tougher than you imagined.
Yeah.
We couldn't have done it with everybody else's help.
Has there been any kind of diva demands or sort of pop stars you've had to deal with that have been quite tricky?
Couldn't possibly be so indiscreet.
The Spice Girls were quite keen to...
He's been the hardest. He's, you know, some cigarettes somewhere and a beer, that's about it, really.
I think he is under some sort of an influence. Someone is probably providing him with some extra dose. I have an idea, but I'm not gonna say it, and it's allegedly. Okay? Because he used to say these things about Harry. Okay? Harry went and get help. Harry mentioned his truth and spare. But allegedly, due to other headlines I've read, certain people was providing illegal substance to high societies. So maybe they're ramping up more to him. So, you know, I'm just saying. Alright. Okay, this is the image that I was saying. They didn't show these. Okay, I wonder if his hand shakes too. Okay, it's just the beginning, really. My God. Dropping everything. Yeah, he's probably under some influence. That crossed my mind the other day. Alright, what did they say here? Something seems really off. He seemed really nervous. He's so not ready. All 41 years. And he's not ready. This is an indictment of the palace system, charged with preparing him for kingship. They must still be using the 17th century How to Be King manual, where the crown prince can exile his brother or put him in the tower. Oh my God. Okay, that's an image. Poor Prince William, he's unpopular, has no personality, and lives under the shadow of the more capable and charismatic brother. People love Prince Harry. Oh my God, this is a sting. If he sees that, that's a sting. Alright, so there's that. There's V. If that were Meghan, they'll be calling her a liar already. Alright, he can barely stand up straight. He needs to lay off the alcohol. You see? I don't think it's just alcohol. Someone within is destroying, making sure he doesn't get there. Whatever happened to his wife? Maybe, I don't know, but I'm more afraid for the kids. There's a possibility they're trying to get the kids to be raised without the parents, so they have control of that. I don't know. Okay, I'm just throwing my BS out. Allegedly, I could be 1,000,000% more. Okay, they need to call Anne. Bill is struggling. Okay, I really hope I'm still alive to see the stunning young man become king. I absolutely love him. His wife and children, he is a class act. His mother would be so proud with that. Okay, he is loved and admired by many. You have to be honest with yourself. This is the nonsense. This is what gets to this. People lying to him. People are not telling him the truth. If he needs to fix certain things, that's not a bad thing. Go and fix it and get better. His mother was not a good public speaker. What did she do? She hired a coach to help her with public speaking. She got better at it. So that was not a bad thing when someone is, what do they call it? Constructive criticism. Why does people around him don't tell him the truth? This tweet is lying to him. Yes, it sounds nice, but did you see this? He's swaying back and forth. Okay, let me mute it. Swaying back and forth. Look at his eye twitching. And then there's this image dropping things. Something is not right. So you're lying not only to him, but to yourself and to the monarchy. This is what destroying the monarchy. You freaking lying to him. Okay, is he okay? That swing was getting to me. Okay, royal family is on a fast decline, it seems. Okay, these tweets may sound harsh, but it is the truth. They could stop and look at themselves. There's the images, the documentation of it. Put one and one together and say, oh my God, I need help. But instead, when Harry said he's getting help, you people laugh at him. You make fun of him for getting the proper help. And now he's doing so much better. His project is doing so well. All of a sudden, the envy, they want what they didn't care about. Harry started something from ground up by himself. Okay, they try to sabotage him, but he works through it and make it a global thing. Now all of a sudden you guys want it. Why do you guys want something that's already flourished? Do you remember the hard work that went behind it to make it that success?
It is my distinguished honor to introduce someone that I think you'll all be very excited to hear from. He has also spent many late nights and early mornings planning for these games to make them as perfect as possible for each of you. He has also spent many late nights and early mornings planning for these games to make them as perfect as possible for each of you.
This is the thing. He needs to get himself fixed so the institution could be a success. This is a multi-billion-dollar institution. He could get the help to make it better, but instead you want something that's already finished. The institution, the queen left it whatever, but instead of improving it, you only want a finished product, and then once you get your hand of it, you burn it down. But whatever, let the people lie to you. All right, let me read this. Okay, he looks worn out and a bit thinner. Prayers for all of them. You know what, to tell you the truth, for the sake, but the thing is, he's not getting the help. The kids are gonna follow the same thing. If he doesn't get himself straightened out, the kids are gonna be worse. The kids are gonna be worse. And there's a possibility whoever's supplying whatever he's under, they're giving it extra because they want him out of there. Okay, now they divide the brothers. Now they can't get Harry by himself. From what I've heard, hopefully I see it through those tweets, is that Charles wanted to take Harry to Sandringham. Why the thing they were discussing couldn't have been discussed wherever? Is it Kensington Palace? Why couldn't they discuss it there? He wanted to take him at Sandringham. Sandringham, Harry already had experience where the discussion of the half in or half out, whatever,
began to address Granny about the 5 options. Your Majesty, you've seen the 5 options? Yes, she said. We all had. They'd been emailed to us. 5 different ways of proceeding. Option 1 was continuance of the status quo. Meg and I don't leave. Everyone tries to go back to normal. Option 5 was full severance. No royal role, no working for Granny, and total loss of security. Option 3 was somewhere in between. A compromise, closest to what we'd originally proposed. I told everyone assembled that, above all, I was desperate to keep security. That was what worried me most, my family's physical safety. I wanted to prevent a repeat of history, another untimely death like the one that had rocked this family to its core 23 years earlier, and from which we were still trying to recover. I'd consulted with several palace veterans, people who knew the inner workings of the monarchy and its history, and they all said option 3 was best for all parties. Meg and I living elsewhere part of the year, continuing our work, retaining security, returning to Britain for charities, ceremonies, events. Sensible solution, these palace veterans said, and eminently doable. But the family, of course, pushed me to take option 1. Barring that, they would only accept option 5. We discussed the 5 options for nearly an hour. At last, the bee got up and went round the table, handing out a draft of a statement the palace would soon be releasing, announcing implementation of option 5. Wait, I'm confused. You've already drafted a statement? Before any discussion? Announcing option 5? In other words, the fix was in this whole time? This summit was just for show? No answer.
But the palace already had their final product written on a paper. So they wasted Harry's time at Sandringham. So Harry doesn't want to do that again. He learned from experience. Harry told you he does not want to repeat the same thing from the past.
I will always protect my family, and now I have a family to protect. So everything that she went through and what happened to her is incredibly raw every single day, and that's not me being paranoid. That's just me not wanting a repeat of the past.
So he learned from that. Why go to Sandringham when we could talk right here? What is so special with Sandringham? Okay? Maybe Harry was not gonna come back the same man again. I don't know. I'm just putting one and one together because these people are savage. So now that they had Heavy there, probably take him away because police investigation will be happening. They don't see anything wrong. Megan cannot go over there to see for herself, you know, all of that. So get rid of the brother, and then now leave him on his own. Get rid of him as well. Now what do they have? The kids alone. They're gonna raise those little, you know, puppies, those little kids so young, okay, and then train them the way they want them to be. Dance for the camera, do those silly things, put them under influence as well. I don't know. UK, don't lie to your people. I'm sorry. Let me move on. I'm already 30 minutes and I'm only on 3 tweets and I have 14 to share with you. That's the squad here. Okay, he made a video reel of himself wearing fancy uniform and giving awards to the plebs to promote himself. He put it out on social media while his wife is out of commission. That man sees himself as single. That could be true too. But also, I don't know, that under the influence thing, I don't know. So much is going in my mind after processing that video. Okay, there's that here, there's the laugh. I want to see that video. One of the squad is posted. Let's see if they put it here. Okay, the one where he drops the medal. No, it's different one. All right, there's this here, the royal voter just waiting to see who slipped up and tell the truth first. You know, they're dying to talk about it. All right, once again they are doing what they accuse Harry and Meghan of, projecting as always. Have you not seen the post about New York Times? They received an email from a royal source advising what William will be doing. The Times told them, give us your name and who you are, or we're not printing it. Good on them. Oh my God. The fancy uniform did not hide the day drinking sway he had going on. Okay, that's an ad. Let's move on. Yeah, there's probably someone who's supplying with some stuff for him to do those embarrassing things. I'm sorry I'm saying this, but we've seen the things. There's papers who have said certain people have been providing illegal substance in the UK. Who knows? They're probably ramping up him, because William used to say that too to Harry. Harry went and get help. Okay, we live in an interesting time. In the past 24 hours alone, the identity of 2 royal sources have been publicly outed. Not that we didn't know this already. Okay, so could it be from that last tweet that I just read? New York Times thing, and ask who the source is, and otherwise they're not gonna print it. Okay, royal insider, palace source. Okay, everything they accuse Harry of is 100% projection with the royal family, drip drip drip, from Kensington Palace. Lots more to come. Okay, what did I miss? Okay, Litty said, oh, so it was him. I'm glad I read that other comment. I'm telling you, you learn a lot from the comments. Okay, so let's see here. Let me pause. This is getting good. Okay, what did I miss? Litty, which is him, the guru guy. Okay, Litty said his usual leaking to New York Times, and they quoted him by name. Carol, was it? Carol, watch her name. One of his minions inadvertently stated on Jeremy Vine that William's people leaked the birthday call between Charles and Harry. Okay, the leaker has been confirmed in 1 minute. Oh my God, the squad, the detective. The squad are everywhere, so they plug everything. So the New York Times, okay, let me get this straight. I know I was missing a lot while he was in the UK. Harry was in the UK. So Lee Thompson called New York Times and give them a source, I guess. And then here, this woman we just heard just said it was William was leaking the conversation between Charles and Harry. Okay, so there's that here. Lee Thompson, head of release PR comms team. All right, so let's go into, I just wanted to pull down the thing. Okay, I can't see it, so now I have to go all the way down. Okay, so there's that here. Willie Shue has a type. There's that here. What's happening? I missed the party. Okay, Lee Thompson, his usual leaking to New York Times, and they quoted him by name. Carol, what name? The thing I just read here. All right, so there's me here. When I saw this, I only saw the picture of the guru guys. All right, Oh, Mr. Guru? Mr. Guru was part of the assemble of the walkabout that the Royal Vat British media went on our sis. He was part of the producer of telling where they want to be actors, William and Kate, to stand for the perfect photo app. I call it on day one. Okay, so I spoke about this. If you've seen these videos, I spoke about that. Okay, sorry, correction. Wank are actors, rather. They wanted to be like the Hollywood actors. Just saying. The Avengers, argue with yourselves. Okay, he. There's that. That's an ad. Okay, so let's go. Okay, let's read these and then that's it. Willie Leaks. That guy is gay also. Oh, really? Oh my God. Another one of Prince William's harem of gay men. Okay, there's nothing wrong, but I'm just saying. The squad are just saying. Sibling jealousy, well, on William's part, is very destructive. The bully will go to all kinds of lengths to try and gain superiority over his or her sibling. But all they achieve is being shown up for the truly nasty person they are inside. William is that person. Yep. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. Oh my God. So this is one thing I missed. I read only the caption and then move on. Okay, so there's this here. Notice how Piers Morgan asked the white lady immediately after he accused Harry of saying that the royal family was racist, which is another lie, but we all know that they are racist. He then asked the black lady because he knew that sis wasn't going to play this game. Harry did literally an Oprah interview. They said they were not gonna name the names because it would be damaging to the institution.
That conversation I'm never going to share. But at the time it was awkward. I was a bit shocked.
Can you tell us what the question was?
No, I'm not comfortable sharing that. Okay.
And then next thing you know, during the end game, Omid's book, he came out and said the name and whatever. There was a whole bunch of insert in one of those other countries. Is it Dutch or something like that? A whole section that Omid said he didn't put in his manuscript, but for some reason in another language, I think it's the Dutch. I could be wrong on that. There's a new section from the book that named who was the racist. And Omid is saying he doesn't speak that language. His manuscript was in English, so he doesn't know where that came from.
The book's available in a number of languages, and unfortunately I can't speak Dutch, so I haven't seen the copy for myself, but if there have been any translation errors, I'm sure the publishers got it under control. For me, I edited and wrote the English version. There's never been a version that I've produced that has names in it.
But Piers Morgan took it up on himself, went on national television and named who were the royal races are. Here it is.
I will never believe it. But now we can start the process of finding out if they ever got uttered, what the context was, and whether there was any racial intent at all. Like I say, I don't believe there was. The royals who are named in this book are King Charles and Catherine, Princess of Wales.
Okay, so it's not Harry or Meghan. I don't know what they're trying to frame that at. All right, so let's listen. Oh, sound.
Devils do. Here's my point. The devil. That's what devils do. That's what devils do. Here's my point. I mean metaphorically, right? What I mean is, I would be utterly
Why is this a
enraged.
conversation about Harry, who wrote a book a while ago that's like being read by everyone? Like, who cares now?
Well, it's not just a book, is it?
Why are we talking about this?
He wrote, well, because he's just flown in to see his father.
Yeah, because his dad
and his own brother.
Unwell.
His own brother refused to see him.
And now you're doing a segment on bashing Harry. Like, of course he doesn't want to stay in the UK.
Defend him then.
Well, of course he doesn't want to stay in the UK whilst you're bashing him on TV.
Oh, you think he cares
I'd
what
be
I have
straight
to
out
say?
here as well.
Well,
yes,
go on, you defend him.
absolutely.
Defend him.
I think he's brilliant. I think he's been honest with his journey.
Honest?
in the
He's
royal
lies through
family.
his back teeth.
No, he hasn't.
Yes, he has.
What are the lies?
Okay, he just won his lawsuit against Piers Morgan. Well, the paper. All right, but Piers Morgan knew there were illegality that was happening. Harry proved himself. All right? Look at this. He told him to defend Harry, and he started defending Harry, and then all of a sudden he talking over him. But let's continue.
Lies. Which ones?
He's been
He
exposed.
certainly wasn't lying in that court case.
Well, the miracle case.
Right, exactly.
Well, okay. You want to talk about that?
Not really, but
Okay,
I'm just
well,
letting
then
you
move
know
on.
that actually a lot of the things you're saying aren't true. He's not lying.
No,
You can't
no.
just say he's a liar.
He and
That's
his
not
wife
true.
accused the royal family of being racist. That was a lie.
But you yourself have been saying it. Even when Harry and Meghan were about to get married, you yourself have said it. And you're the one who took it upon yourself to name the names of the royals.
There's no evidence for it. They've never produced any evidence for it. Caused enormous damage to the royal family. I think it's despicable. Ava, can you defend Harry? Do you think he should be allowed back into the bosom?
Harry doesn't want to go back. So why he's making it frame like Harry's begging to go back?
And I have no regrets. It's incredibly sad, but I have no regrets at all because now I'm in a place where I feel as though I should have been 4 years ago.
Look at it. Harry doesn't even want to stay over there. The minute he steps in, he just want to do the thing and just hop out. So it continues. Let's see here.
Allowed back into the bosom of his family?
I mean, I could really care less about the royals, to be honest, altogether. But look,
Which
you know,
in itself
I think...
might be a problem for them, right?
What?
Because I think all this does is diminish the stature of the monarchy. The more there's trashing each other, the more feuding and so on, the less good it is.
It's one-sided. Harry's not doing it. He just did his book and tell his truth. So you, Piers Morgan, so many people have implemented you. Why are you keep on talking about them? Every day there's something about Harry and Meghan and coming from the UK when Harry and Meghan just focus on their work. But okay.
Feuding and so on,
Well, I
the
would
less
argue
good it
that
is.
I think that, you know, I think the people who've got the hardest job to play for at the moment are William and Kate, because they are going to be the eventual successors. And I think that you've got 60% of the population now don't care for the royalty,
Right.
don't really want to keep funding it. They're the people who've got to impress the rest of us. Would I be more interested if they were engaging with Prince Harry? Perhaps I might start liking
If
it.
Harry stayed in a hotel on this trip, I suggest next time, given you're such a fan, he comes and stays with you. It
He
sounds
is
like-
more than welcome.
Of course he is.
And also Meghan, I will roll out a red carpet.
Oh, of course you would,
Oh,
yeah,
I'll
of course.
take Meghan,
All hypocrites
yeah.
fit together. All right, thank
Wow.
you, Mac, and thank you, Pearl. Loud.
Calling them hypocrite. Oh my God. Let me see it. Oh, there's the video. On my last video, I didn't want to play it, but I'll play it here because in this video, you hear Piers Morgan talking about the royal family being racist. Okay, Piers was the one who named Charles and Kate as the racist, and Harry and Meghan never called any family members racist. He said there were conversations that suggest unconscious bias, not the same. Okay? Exactly. Alright, so glad there are people refusing to buy the BS they are selling. Alright, so more people are starting to confront him. He's not getting what he wants out of them. Alright, so let's listen to this.
This woman existed. All
I'm
the alarm
sorry, there will be screenshot, okay?
bells rang at Buckingham Palace, and I could almost hear them saying, "Pull the shutters down. It's an invasion."
She's mixed race, she's American, she's a divorcee, actress. Those are 4 ticks. No member of the royal family, the senior members, ever thought they would see having to be ticked when it came to Harry's bride.
All the things that frightened the royal family have suddenly arrived on their doorstep. I can hear Diana laughing now.
Meghan's marrying into a family which has, to put it mildly, a dodgy track record on race. It's not Meghan Markle's problem, it's their problem.
This woman existed.
Alright, so that was 100% for her until she blanked him. Then he took that really personally. You need deporting. I don't know who he's talking with. Okay, that was before he got no invite to Meghan's wedding and got bought and sold by Murdoch and Camilla. And the thing is that Harry was, he knows them very well. So when Meghan got over there, Harry made the proper steps and make sure Meghan was far away from these people. Right? Even the other one who wanted to interview Meghan, and they said no.
4 times I asked the palace, or maybe 3 times I asked the palace, if we, as a media group, could meet Meghan, and it never happened.
Harry said no. Alright. Why are the royal right British media so frantically attacking Harry? Are they worried and or convinced he is coming back in some capacity? It will be their worst nightmare, especially if Harry and his pa have reached an agreement. I personally don't think he will be back. Okay? I'm just saying. So this is one of the comments they put here. Okay, I don't think he's coming back either. Look at what he just went through in the last couple of days. Okay, so that when he was in the UK, all right, maybe Camilla wasn't in the room, and that worries everyone. They don't know what was said. So this is me who's making my assumption what I think they were discussing during that time. Okay, if she was in the room, we will know what was said. Alright, to give him a perfect reason to not step back again. Daddy Dearest probably wanted him to, and I point to this because this is something I posted on another tweet, and Harry said no, so they attacked. Then they are showing the world what they are. Alright, let's go into that. Okay, let's call it what he actually is. I've said this when the docuseries came. These people are, I'm pointing down here, terrorists. Okay, prove me wrong. Anyone has the video of him saying some graphic things about Harry's mom for dating Middle Eastern. That's an additional example of this. Alright, so the racist part thing here. Alright, so that was this regarding Piers Morgan, who was saying this negative thing. Alright, so that's that. Oh, there's another comment. They probably wanted him to, let me read bottom up and then go into that. Okay, it is usual distraction. They are reporting what KP is briefing. It's like we know the playbook, but still rise to the bait. If anything happened other than Harry wanting to see Charles, it was Harry turning down some ask. Yep, that's it. We can't and won't know. Alright, they are terrified that his trip to see his dad might change public perception of him. If they ever dare to do a poll asking people if Harry did the right thing coming to see his sick father, the answer will overwhelmingly be yes, because it's the normal thing to do. Alright, so let me go into mine and then go into that, and then that's it. Go to the next tweet. Okay, they probably wanted him to. Okay, so there's that. Probably has to do with the 100+ cases. LOL. Harry is not going to withdraw the cases, and the same mouthpieces will pick up exactly where they left. I don't even think he has cancer. I'm sorry. If he does, God will deal with him. In my opinion, they threw the cancer out to get Harry's attention. Alright, there's someone here. I wonder the same as well. They lie so much that when they will tell the truth, no one will believe any of it. Okay, so this is what I thought happened here. Oh, that was from Henry VIII tweet. Okay, the palace wanted him back for something. Threw together security for him with days, maybe less. Notice, okay, Harry had police escort to his dad's, but a few weeks ago his lawyers were in court arguing that he and his family needed security and the palace didn't care. Okay, so this is another thing. Who's lying to the court? And now he went over there and he was able to get police escort. So what happened here? All right, next tweet. And then on video 1, I discussed about them wanting Invictus. All right.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.
this together. And if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. Because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.